What are we even making here today? Banana bread. So I figured today I'd make something a little simpler, something pretty easy and quick. Also, I had 4 rotten bananas, so I figured I might as well do something with them. But banana bread is really like a childhood core memory unlocked. I remember my mom always making banana bread or zucchini bread, the less popular choice of the two. And actually she used this exact same community cookbook, the one that I have still to this day, and I can tell because the banana bread pages are definitely the most worn out and have like old splatter all over them. So I figured today we would make that. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's just a simple banana bread recipe. So why don't we start? So banana bread. You're gonna need a 1/2 cup of butter, 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 2 cups flour, 3/4 cup chopped nuts, 1 teaspoon of soda, and 3 mashed ripe bananas. And the directions to make it are: cream butter and sugar, add eggs, add remaining ingredients, stir well. Pour into greased loaf pan, bake at 350 for 1 hour. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot to it. Chopped nuts, I went with walnuts. Pecans would be really good too. I would go with either one of those. So we're just gonna take our butter, which make sure your butter's at room temperature, otherwise you're never gonna be able to cream it. And then we're gonna take our sugar, I'm just gonna add that into here. You wanna do this in the bigger bowl because, so when you're cooking, when you're baking especially, you wanna think about like what your final bowl you're gonna use will be. And that's the bowl you want to use for something like when you're going to cream sugar and butter, because you're going to eventually add everything else to it. So you want the biggest size bowl so you don't make any kind of mess. All right, so I'm going to cream this butter. I thought my butter was at room temperature, but I guess it's a little, still a little cold. Not really cold, but it's not like really soft. So I'm going to skip ahead to when I have this creamed. Now that I have my butter creamed, and I should say too, you're not creaming the butter and sugar together as if you're making like cookies. You don't need to be like super light, but banana bread obviously isn't like light and fluffy. So, I mean, the only leavening agent in this is baking soda, which isn't even that strong anyway, so don't worry about it. Oh, and I should have mentioned, preheat your oven at 350 before you start to do all this, because all this takes no time really at all. So the next step is we're just going to add our eggs into here. So I'm going to give these a little whisking first. You don't want them to be like whisked up to the point where they're like fluffy. You just want them well mixed together. Okay, we're just going to add the eggs in with the butter and sugar. And then we're going to make sure this is all mixed together very well. You know, banana bread is one of those great things that, like if you're at the store and you walk by, you know, like the rack with the discounted fruit and vegetables, and you see very ripe bananas there that are usually like really cheap. You just pick them up. They're such an easy thing, or I should say, they're really easy to turn into banana bread. It really takes very little to make banana bread. I mean, the vast majority of the time is you actually having to wait for it to bake and cool down, so. Okay, that's well mixed together. Now we're just gonna, like it says, add remaining ingredients. Now, there's a few things I feel like it's kind of missing in this recipe. Like we could add cinnamon to it. That would really help its flavor. You could do chocolate chips as well. That would also help with its flavor. If you want to put those in, you should do that. But I'm just gonna go strictly by the recipe, just make it exactly as it says. So I'm gonna take my bananas, which I actually, mine were sitting around for too long and they were getting too ripe, so I froze them and then I defrosted them to use in this, so they're very, very, very soft. You definitely want your bananas to be very ripe to make this, otherwise they're just not going to break up and mix up well. And as bananas ripen, they sort of increase in their intensity, in their flavor, and their sweetness. So you want to make sure they're real nice and ripe. I would say ripe to the point where you don't want to eat them yourself. Okay, and then we're going to add our flour. Now, I already put the baking soda in with the flour and I kind of sifted it around. You want to make sure you do that because whenever you're baking something and you just dump in baking powder, baking soda, there's a chance it won't spread evenly amongst all of the batter. You don't want that. So I already sifted it in, so we're just going to add our flour in. You can do all at once or you can do it how I do it. Really, for this kind of recipe, we're not talking about anything that's super precise or has to be made really delicately. Certainly not that. But I just do it so that I don't have a huge mess when I'm trying to stir it. All right. And then I'm going to add my walnuts in as well. Like I said, I use walnuts. You can use whatever nuts you want. You want to use pecans, that'd be really good too. Something I noticed this recipe doesn't include, and pretty much all modern recipes, and especially ones you'd find online, include vanilla as well, which this does not. And really, I mean, you don't really need it because the bananas are so ripe that they put a lot of flavor in this, so it's not really necessary. But if you want to as well, you can always add, a teaspoon of vanilla, but you don't need to. We'll just follow this recipe. All right, I'm just gonna mix it up. You wanna scrape along the bottom, flip it around a bit, just to make sure there's no raw flour. Sometimes raw flour gets trapped on the very bottom of a bowl, so you kind of want to mix it up a little bit. And that looks good. You can always taste test it just to make sure. It's very, very good. So now we're just going to use a loaf pan. This is a typical loaf pan. You want to grease it quite well, so there's no problem trying to get the banana bread out. And this recipe only makes one loaf of banana bread as well. Unless you have a very small loaf pan, then I guess it'd be two. Okay, you want to make sure that's fairly evenly spread. All right. And that is that. There is our banana bread all set to go. Just going to pop that in the oven. Make sure your rack is in the middle position, and we're going to put that in there for about an hour, and it should be good. And also, when you're getting about 45 minutes, I would take a knife, stick it in the middle, and just pull it out if there's any raw batter when you pull it out. So it's still got a little time to go. If it's completely done at that point, you pull the knife out, it comes out clean or pretty much clean. I would take it out then, but I'm gonna put it in for the full 60 minutes and see how it comes out. Well, there we have it, a pretty standard, simple banana bread. It came out very well. After 60 minutes, it was good. I let it cool for a bit, and it's very solid. So why don't we try a little piece? It's really good. Just a standard, nice, clean banana bread. It could almost be a little sweeter, actually. Of course, You could make like a simple cream cheese frosting, or if you put some butter on it, like to give it that salty, savory taste, that would really help too. But yeah, I mean, it could be a little sweeter, but for your typical banana bread, I mean, it's perfect. It's what you'd buy at the store or coffee shop, even with the walnuts in it. It's great, actually. Like I said, a banana bread for me always, it reminds me of my childhood. My mom baking and just that smell in the house when I let it cool and I left and I came back, and just the whole house just smelled wonderful like a banana bread. And it's truly something you should make, and it's so simple to make too. So why not give it a try? And if you like the video, make sure you like and you comment and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. So I'll see you next time.